Yo, 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 it's your favorite Republican, Republican Lou.
And it's your fan favorite, your man Jam C.
As you can see, we're in the vocal yard,
This is I like to call it the vocal deck,
the vocal
as
patio.
it's been phrased. Yeah, the vocal deck is what we do. We deck it. Is this deck life?
Yeah, it's this deck like vocal patio. We
There
out
you go.
inside chilling under the only thing that I felt I dropped the ball. I should have had a cigar, but I'll catch it next time.
Yeah, as always, because this is I'm embracing just the nice weather, man. I'm a summer dude. Even though I know
Mm-mm,
you and I we both born in the fall,
mm-mm,
but
give
I've
me the
always
winner.
been like I've been a summer child at heart.
Give me that winner. I don't want to go to no beach. I don't, give me the winner.
Really? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
give me
that's
the winner.
that. I'm not a winter kid. Like, that's not. It's crazy because in Arizona right now it's like 120. It's like it's averaging 115. They're in Las Vegas, and really two good friends of mine. They actually live out there, and they coin phrase their summer is their winter because they stay in because it's so hot outside. They have to stay indoors, but our fall and winter is their summer. That's when
Gotcha.
everybody's out. That's when it's time to go. They could go
Gotcha.
out, and that's when he rubs it in my face every
Gotcha.
time it's cold. Here I get
Gotcha.
to see them out and
Nah,
about
that
eating outdoors.
that
So
type
it's the
of
opposite.
that type of weather doesn't sit well with me because if you think about it in the summer, you be in that heat. That heat, that summer beat you down, drain you, suck
I love it,
everything out
man.
of it.
I love it.
Whereas during the winter, you could just keep putting clothes on.
Winter, yeah, winter to me, winter is probably one of the best times if you like. It's crazy. This some crazy shit, and I know I'm not the only one that's like this. I'm a huge jacket buyer.
Me
I
too.
love jackets, not coats, but jackets. I love
I love
jackets.
coats.
Really,
I love
I'm a
coats.
I'm a huge jacket guy. Like you got jackets. That's why when Pele had the leather jacket, you had me all day with that denim jackets, getting the custom denim joints. Shout out to Dapper Dan too, by the
Mm.
way. And shout out to Burn. Everybody know who Burn is. Burn is a good friend of ours who made jackets for me back in the day, who actually did good. And I want to send a shout out to Sean McCray for
Oh
Zoo,
yes,
for All
yes.
American Zoo.
Hmm.
That's my guy too. I gotta see you too, Sean. I
We
told you
need
I
to
was gonna
have him
come
on the
check it out.
show. We need to have him
Yeah,
on
I
the
gotta
show.
come see you too. Shout out to Sean Red. Love you,
Corleone.
Sean. Yeah, shout out, love him. Yeah, but this is just I'm just thinking, man. We talking about living life and enjoying life and it being hot
We
outside.
was talking about you buying jackets.
That too, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that I guess I'm segueing now. Bad segue, by the way, too.
Rather horrible
Yeah,
segue.
yeah, because I think like yeah, I'm a jacket buyer, man. I love it to death, but I love the hot weather.
Mm-mm.
I love hot weather. I can't do without it.
Mm-mm. Actually, this whole weekend, I've been in the house. This is the first time I came out.
Really? That's
First time I came out. Like I can't,
You gotta live, man. You gotta live. Life is
nigga.
out. Life is in the sun.
No, it ain't.
Yes,
Says
life is in
who?
the sun.
Says who?
Says your man Jam
No,
C.
fuck
Life is in
that.
the sun. You
Life
got
is
the
in the
beach.
winter.
Look, you got the beaches, the shores, all of the vacation spots. You got the water.
No,
You get to
no.
look.
Don't
You
get me
get to see the
wrong.
bikinis
Don't get
and
me
the
wrong. Don't get
the
me wrong.
pool
You
parties.
sounded like a little creep right there. Get to see the bikinis, but nonetheless, don't get me wrong. I like beaches when I'm on vacation, right? That's cool. I'm here. I can't duck it. You understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But as far as going down to Jersey Shores, I ain't really too beat. Honestly,
Not the Jersey Shore, no, because Jersey Shore is horrible.
they trying to beat. And shit, after Hurricane Sandy, I damn sure don't want no house on the beach.
Not in
Right after
Jersey, no.
that, you know
Not.
what I'm
I don't think
saying?
I don't think I would ever want a beach house. Period. It's good to just go rent one, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to own
nah,
one.
me
We
neither.
living in a time now. I was just reading somewhere where they're saying New York by 2050, some parts of New York is going to be underwater.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, not with global warming. It's not. Um, but I know you and I was talking about this about.
Wait, real quick
Uh-huh.
before you segue in, I want to give a shout out, and I don't know if this is done by design. Well, it seems like it's done by design, but the state of Florida tourism is down at an all-time low.
Yeah,
And partially, I like to believe to think that one of my Republican buddies, DeSantos, he stuck his foot in his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of people suffering because of it. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And there are people suffering because there are people that depend on tourism, there are businesses that depend
The
on it,
suffering.
and they're all suffering. And but at the same time, I do feel good about it because people are standing up for something. You
Yes.
get what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yes.
They're
Yes.
standing
Yes.
up for something,
Yes.
and you can't blame it on oh, it's this race or that race. You can't blame it on anyone because everybody's kind of boycotting it in
Mm-hmm.
a sense. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
It's a
So,
unified boycott.
I want to give a shout out to all those who and them. Think about it. We supposed to go to Clearwater in October.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go.
I'm thinking about that now too. I thought about that too. And I was talking about that. I called Sha Money, and I mentioned that too to her. Yeah, with it being what it is right now, you kind of want not go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's always other places I can go to do the run, but we gotta unify. We gotta unify. So shout out to all my people that's standing up for what they believe is right.
Word. That is dope. That's the meaning of solidarity. That's the
Absolutely.
true meaning of standing up for a cause. That's the true meaning of, showing somebody like who you think you are. You understand
That's
what
the
I'm saying?
that is the and that's the that is the photo that you see when they say united we stand.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what that means.
No, it's a good look. I definitely agree with what's going on in respects to that. You know what I'm saying? And this dude want to go up against Disney and all that.
That's
He's
crazy.
part of the party, part of the Republican Party. But just because he's part of the Republican Party doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything that he.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He's for,
So in saying that, we talking to you. I wanted to, like again, we were talking about living your life, living life to the fullest. And you want to tell them what made us come to this? We was talking about with Shy Money. And
Yeah. So last week, this week actually, me and Shamani was on the phone. I was having a conversation with her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I just landed." I said, "You just landed? What do you mean you just landed?" It's like, "Yeah, I just landed. I'm down in the." I'm like, "When did you leave?" Like just now. I'm like, "I didn't even know you were leaving." She was like, "Oh, I'm living my life to the fullest. Like I ain't living no regrets. When God called me home, I want to leave it all on the earth."
That's right. That's right.
And it made me think like, yo, she is. One thing about her, that girl do not waste.
For nobody.
Yo, when she got that pre-TSA thing, and she used that thing to the max.
And she on her way to clear status.
Word.
She on her way to clear status.
She used it to the max. And so that kind of, and I was like, yo, we should just elaborate on that. Like, are people really living their life
to the
to the
fullest?
fullest? And here I am, like I just said to you guys, I stayed in the house all weekend, but I did some things that made me like. So everybody has their vice, right?
Exactly.
So I've done things that were my vice, which was sometimes you need your alone time, you need your solitude, and of course, smoking cigars always bring a calmness and a peace to me, and that's my vice. And of course, I smoke cigars over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. You understand? What I'm
Well,
saying?
okay. We give the question to the audience too, and I won't even say 24 hours, but I say 24 to 72 hours. If you had 24,
no, you gotta give a definite end.
A definite end. Okay, I'll do 72 hours. No, matter of fact, let's give them a week.
No, that's too long.
Okay, so 72 hours to live. But I say 72 hours to live, but you're not bedridden. So you 72 hours to live, you could do whatever you want. What would you do and how would you spend that 72 hours? Where would you go?
Money has to be no object.
Money's no object. Yeah, money's no object.
I don't think I would want to waste it traveling.
Okay, all right.
Because that's time.
That's time.
Taken away. You understand what I'm saying? And I wouldn't waste it traveling. I would just, anything that I can get to within an hour. You understand what I'm saying? I'm rocking with it. You understand
I'm traveling. But
no,
to your goal.
I'm not traveling because you may, your 72 may run out over there. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
why I give you. That's why I'm giving it a week. For me, I need a week.
Nah, and so I wouldn't. I need to get with It's you go back over your life and you just think about friends and family, people you haven't seen in a while, people you haven't talked to in a while. Somebody may feel like you done them wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or you may feel like they done you wrong. And I think that's one thing about death. You never get a chance to clear up any
Any
bad blood.
blood? Yeah. If
Because
any. Yeah. If any.
because it's so sudden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas though in my 72 hours, I'm trying to reach out to any and everybody.
And repair mend those fences.
If there are some that need to be
Mend it,
fixed,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And not even just mending anything. It's more so just letting people know what they mean to me.
Are you paying your Verizon bill?
Hell no. Hell no. Ain't nobody getting paid at that point. Niggas just getting stopped. Ain't nobody getting paid. But shout out to Xfinity anyway. So y'all niggas take it up with the estate. Motherfucker. I ain't getting shit from me. And even more so just I don't think we do it enough to tell people how much they mean to us.
Yeah.
How much they meant to us. How important they were in my life, the vital role that they may have played in my life or whatever. So I definitely think that I would definitely spend quality time getting that off my chest. I don't know how many days that would take.
Yeah.
I would try to pour as much. Majority of that time would be with my daughter. Just explaining to her, how much I love her, explaining her, the do's and the don'ts, and shouldn't do this and look out for that, and I'm always going to be there with you, and
Mm-hmm.
just think about the times that we had, even though I'm not physically here with you, but I'm always here with you spiritually.
But it sounds sad. Wouldn't it be more of a joyous occasion?
Nah, how?
It's still life. You still have life. You still in the 72 windows of your life. See, okay.
So this what makes it sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing is for certain, two things is for sure, which is death.
Yes.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Right? The only thing about that is we never know when it's going to
happen. Exactly.
Right? So now we have a time frame of 72 hours
Yeah.
to know, hey, it's over after this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is sad. It's almost like somebody's
I
life
get
support.
no, I get that part. I get that part, but you want to make. I guess for me, I want to make my 3 days. I want a week, but if it's 3 days, I want to make it. I want to make it as fun as possible. For me, I do want to travel, but I need access to a jet. Just 2 places within those 3 days, and then I'm good. And I have to end at one of them, but I want to take the people that for the last few years of current, take all of the people that meant the most to me, and we just ball out. We ball out, we have fun, we talk stories, and at the last day, or even after I pass, I want to be roasted. I don't want people, if it's tears, I want it to be tears of joy, because I know I'm not tooting my horn, but I meant a lot to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I know, and I touch people in a real positive way, even the people that I did wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and luckily for me, I don't have too many fences that needed to be mended. Other than, of course, like if you have like parents that are no longer here, if it was something you want to say, you can't say it now, but then they're no longer here. So, but I wanna go out like straight balling, just straight having a good time. We always encourage people to live their life to the fullest, even on this show. So that's what going vocal means, is living your life to the fullest, but doing it in not just your words, but in your actions, your movement.
In actions, definitely, I agree. Because even when you're having these conversations and you're mending stuff, talking to people, it's just words.
Yeah. Yes.
It's nothing. Because I always say love is an action, a verb. Love is a verb.
Yes.
So you got to be able to show love. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so I don't know. I think that as you were talking, it made me think like, all right, so when I get to like my 70th hour,
Uh
right? You know what
huh.
I'm saying? I think I just want to go off by myself and just let me just ride out by
Just
myself. You understand what I'm saying? And let me go back to where I came from. You know what I'm saying? By myself.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm partying. Shit. I'm
No
spend.
partying.
No,
No.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. No, but I'm thinking how you're saying it, party, balling out, living it up. Nigga, I'm gonna spend half of that shit in a hangover. Nigga trying to recover. Nigga, like, God damn.
Well, that's why if I do that, I wouldn't drink too much because I want to be coherent. I don't
Fuck
want to be
that.
like in my 70th hour. Like, yo, he passed out for the last 2 hours. You don't get to enjoy none of that stuff.
I'm taking my shot on everything. Yo, I always thought you was cute, shorty. What's up? Let me get that.
Yeah,
Mm.
you want to get some loving before you go
Yeah,
out.
let me get that. Not too much though.
Not too much
Don't
because
spend too much
you don't.
time doing that
Yeah,
neither.
nah, because you don't want to lay around and be lethargic and sluggish and like I don't want to get up. When I mean, I guess living is like whatever you consider living to you. If it's something that you never did before, that you consider living. I guess for me, living would just be more things outdoors, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a social setting. It could just be something I like to learn. So, like, if I travel somewhere, I want to know something that I did not know.
Of course.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
makes
So,
sense.
like, I'm a person that travels. Now I'm at a point in my life where my way of living is traveling somewhere and educate myself. Like, I went to Colombia, Cartagena. Shout out to people, good people in Palenque out there in Cartagena. I actually learned some things. So it wasn't just about me. Usually I go on vacation. You know, most of us we vacation. I never really actually relaxed on a vacation.
That's
Every
crazy.
time vacation was like a job. You go there, you still running around like you do here. But this vacation, I got to actually get out and take in the culture and learn some things. And I did more relaxing than anything because I think I probably, if I have 7 days, I probably only did 2 excursions, which is great for me because I'm normally on the go. As soon as I touch down, I'm showering, change my clothes, I'm out the door.
That's the thing. Like, I think about, I think back when we used to go to Vegas all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and we would be out there for a week.
Yeah.
And shit, I would need a week to recover when I get back.
Back. Yeah. To recoup,
Because it was just
regenerate.
we was doing
So much. Yes.
doing so much, and I think that to me takes away from vacation. Vacation is for you to relax. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Get in the lazy pool, or you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Regenerate.
or lay on the beach, or go get a massage. It's to relax.
Relax. Yeah.
It's not to be running. Granted, you want to see sights, you want to do this, but that shouldn't be your whole trip.
Yeah.
I'd
You're
be
right.
damn if you gonna take me somewhere and got for 7 days and got a 7 day itinerary. You a motherfucking lie. We ain't doing all that. Nah, hell no. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that.
It's the women' fault, man. They have these itineraries.
Nah,
They have a
fuck that.
whole list of things you want to do. Like, okay, and at 12:30 we're gonna go see the
we're
giraffe,
not.
and then
No, we're
at
not.
5 we should be down there
You
meeting the
get
chef.
so we got 7 days. Like you said, you got 2 days to work your motherfucking itinerary. Other than that, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit. We playing that shit by ear.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I hate when, and I don't really care for traveling with groups of people anyway. When motherfuckers were like, "Oh, we going to breakfast?" No, we ain't going to breakfast with no motherfucking whatever. I get up and go when I feel like going. I'm on vacation. Don't wait for me, motherfucker, because I might not get up for breakfast.
I never travel with a group, but if it's just 72 hours, you don't want to travel with a group.
We always.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that one time. You're right. It was one time. Yes, we did. You did. We did. We did that.
It was
You're
like
right.
hell to high water.
And that was
Get
my
every-
only time.
It was hell to high water
To move
get
around.
everybody to get together.
Yeah,
just to
you're
go
right.
to
I
goddamn
forgot about
breakfast.
that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Carol's. What was the name of that breakfast place?
I forgot.
Something. But it ain't. It's closed down now. But nonetheless.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
It took forever, and it took at least an hour and a half just to get everybody together, just to get them in the car.
Shit, I'm guilty of that. Anybody
in
know
the
me?
car.
I'm forever. It take me a long time to get situated. So I'm not a person. I'm a morning person, but I'm not. When it come time to get dressed, it takes me some time.
Nah, that say you fucking up your 72 hours.
But for
Trying to
that,
get
I
dressed.
keep it. I learn to keep it short for that.
Nigga, I'll just wear the same shit for 3 days.
You might as well. Where you
Shit.
going? Yeah, you know where you going. I
Wear the
think,
same shit for 3
but
days.
I'm glad we posed this question though, because I've challenged the viewers. We talk about time.
Listeners,
Yeah, listeners, we talking about our time. How do you spend your time? Like, and if you know when your time was going to be ending, how would you spend that time? Would you spend it celebrating? Would you? I would hope people would spend it more so doing things that they never thought they could do, rather than going out to a bar where you know everybody or going to a lounge. And I'm not knocking people who do that, but I think sometimes you got to get out, think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What's in your wildest to-do list that I won't say too crazy, but what is in your to-do list that you didn't get to do? Where's a place you want to go that you didn't get to go to? And we always tell ourselves we can't do these things, but we find ways to get the cars we want. We find ways to get the outfit we want. And a lot of times trips aren't really that expensive if that's where you want to go.
nah, if you plan them right.
Yeah, and they're not that expensive, so you
They're only
figure
expensive when you don't plan it.
exactly.
The spur of the moment. Kind
Exactly.
Of thing, they
Exactly.
tax
Exactly.
you. They tax you.
So I think you got to live your life to the fullest. And I think that's what living life to the fullest is, when you actually getting out and living your life.
I think that if it was a takeaway from all of this, right? And it's not necessarily what would you do, but time is so precious that don't waste it.
Yes.
So, and if you think about your 72 hours, you're not trying to waste not near a bit of it, right?
Yes.
So if you was in that mindset of every day that I'm not wasting time,
Mhm.
everything is
Mm-hmm.
that's living your
Yeah, absolutely.
you're
Absolutely.
leaving it all on the table.
Absolutely.
At that point.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
I agree.
You're not regretting anything. You're leaving it all. You did everything you needed to do. You know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
I
think
agree.
A lot of times we as people we take it for granted, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say we could do it tomorrow?
Exactly.
Tomorrow
Exactly.
ain't 100%
It's
sure
not promised.
that
That's
it's gonna
what
be coming.
Grandma,
You know what
you
I'm
always
saying?
used to say, tomorrow's not promised.
I remember my grandmother, my great grandmother, because I was fortunate to be around my great grandmother.
Oh, that was good.
My great grandmother used to say, whenever somebody would say, "Oh, I didn't know that," her response would be like, "The things that you don't know will make a brand new world.
That's deep.
The things that you don't know will make a brand new world."
That's
so
deep.
When you think you know everything, you don't.
You don't.
So much other stuff that you don't know. You
That's
know what
deep.
I'm saying? And so, I just think that this whole thing to me it's about not wasting time, doing everything that you got 24 hours. Everybody got the same 24 hours every day.
Mhm.
It just all depends on what you choose to do with it
Mhm.
and how you go about it and how you attack it every day.
Mhm.
You know, we live so much. I'm telling you, and I'm guilty of it as well. We live so much on the hamster wheel. You know,
Yes.
Monday through
Friday.
That
Yes.
hustle, that grind, Monday through Friday, that hamster wheel. Can't wait till Friday come. Can't wait till Friday
Yeah,
come.
and it's the same.
You know,
and
Friday
and
gets
think
here so
about it.
quick.
It goes so fast. 'Cause you think about it. More than half the year is already
Yeah,
gone in
yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
think about your life, and I say to people who make those resolutions on dieting, working out, doing all these things, and you never get to your goal because you waste time, because time is something that we really don't appreciate. We allow other people to waste our time, and we don't respect ourselves. I always think, like, when you let somebody waste your time, you really don't love yourself enough, and that's something that we have to learn.
That's a hard.
It is because we're not.
Conviction.
Yeah, but you know what? There are times where we should be selfish in some areas of our life, and time should be one of them. Especially when it's something that that's planned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to be selfish even with your time.
I think that you're right. I think with my phone, I keep it with though. My phone don't ring like that because it's by design. People just don't call me. That's fine. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I think my heart is so big. Next thing you know, I'm taking on their problems.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly.
a good thing that I'm glad my phone don't ring in the sense.
Exactly.
In that sense, you know what I'm saying? But I think when I'm a firm believer in this, and I tell anybody that's always running late. If you're a type of person that always run late, you have a blatant disrespect for the other person's time.
Time. Mm-hmm.
Blatant disrespect. It was a time set. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You allocate the time to get there on time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, it was traffic. Then you should have allocated time for that.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I just think that's a blatant disrespect for somebody, for others people time that set the time and they're waiting for you at a specific time.
So imagine that now. You got 72 hours to live, and somebody's supposed to be coming to see you. Do you wait?
I ain't waiting. Nigga, catch me. That's the purpose of the phone.
Yeah.
We over here. Call, meet me here. Like, I ain't waiting. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. I could be, shit, I'm already impatient as it is.
Yeah.
You understand? So definitely.
But it definitely, so I challenge people. We could use that. That's actually a challenge to yourself. If you know you got 72 hours or whatever that is, even if I won't even say to live, like whether it's accomplishing a goal, give yourself time, like, because we got to start managing our time right. We got to start living life based on time. If you over 50, you got more time behind you than you got ahead of you. So you got to start thinking about time, not wasting your time, not having nobody else waste your time. And you definitely got to live your life to the fullest.
It's so funny you just said that because Sha Money used that when I was talking to her. Like, damn, girl, you fine again? Like, man, I got more days behind me than I do in front of me.
Yeah, so you gotta live
so
your
funny
life.
she said that in that conversation. I just think that, just be cognitive of your time, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and how you're spending it. Because I remember when I went to the 9th grade in high school, and my mother said, them 4 years gonna go by so fast, it's gonna make your head spin. I'm like,
yeah, that shit fly.
Whatever, right?
That shit fly. That
Right?
shit flies.
But before you know it, that shit was over with.
Yes.
And you think about all the fun you done had in 4
Mhm.
years, and you had so much fun you ain't wanted to end. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I just think about, and this is a PSA or a challenge to people who are listening as well as watching. Think about all the time you wasted up until this point
Up to this point, absolutely.
that you can't get back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't get back. You can't do do-overs.
Absolutely.
But what you could do is correct it going forward.
Forward.
So what would you do to make that right going forward? You know what I'm saying? I think we all have a chance to fix some things that we needed to fix or should fix.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
I just think that time is of, they say time is of an essence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to respect yours as well as everybody else.
Right.
And I want shout out once again, I want to send a shout out to everybody who plugged into the show. And you could always reach us at goingvocal@gmail.com. That's GOINVOCAL@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
let us know what you would do.
Exactly.
In 72 hours.
And you can leave comments on the show and let us know what you would do within your 72 hours. Email us, leave comments below, and let us know how would you spend your 72 hours and what would you do if given 72 hours. And but I think it's Sha Money's favorite time of the show where we gotta tell somebody to get their shit together. I don't really have a get your shit together this year. But if I do, but I can start it off. I think if you're not spending your time wisely and you're wasting your own time, you need to get your shit together. You shouldn't allow nobody else to waste your time. And more importantly, you shouldn't be wasting your time. Whatever you set out to do, you need to muster up the energy and strength to make it happen and get it done and stop wasting your time. Because again, we only have which I would say 24 hours to live because you don't know if you're going to make it to the next day.
Correct. I think my get your shit together. Carly Russell.
Oh boy.
The young lady. And I don't even think my get your shit together is really geared towards her, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But her actions is what brought forth why I'm gonna say what my get
Gotcha.
your shit together, right? So they took her cell phone and they were able to find things that she was searching,
Mm-hmm.
things she was able to look up.
Mhm.
So my get your shit together goes out to anybody think they can get away with any goddamn crime. The way that shit is so scary. How they able to just look up your history.
Mm-hmm.
Look up your history on your phone and just go, hey, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
crazy. You know? And we're so attached to these.
Yes.
We're so attached to these things, and we're so attached to them, and they're connected to every fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They know where you're at everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You could send somebody your location no matter where you at.
Where you at? Yep.
If you're using GPS, they gotta know where you at and tell you where you at.
They could tell from the towers. Yep.
You know,
They could ping the towers.
to get you where you're going. So there's no privacy, you know, in this world. So if you think you're doing something, you're going to get caught. So might get your shit together. Any future criminals or any future kidnappees or any future abductees, because she was allegedly abducted. And they played in her hair. God, Jesus Christ, help her. And that, you know, you're going to get caught.
That's it.
You're gonna get caught. It's no way around it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? Go through a toll booth. They know what time you've been through there.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
You go through an ATM. They know what time you pull money out.
Mm-hmm.
You go anything. It's cameras, door cameras. It's ring cameras. It's every camera known to man
Mm-hmm.
that's out here nowadays that you can't get away from, and these people tend to. I don't know how they pull out their cameras and record this shit so goddamn fast. I have a hard time finding my
They
goddamn
on it.
camera.
They surgical with it.
You know, so I don't know. Just I think that's to get your shit together too. Stop filming every goddamn. Stop taping every goddamn.
Get your shit
thing.
together. Yeah. If it ain't
taping
that, if
every
it ain't the
goddamn
help and it's used to hurt, get your shit together.
Because it made me think about this kid in New York. I think it was in the Bronx, and he got stabbed up or shot or something, like a block away from the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody called 911 because everybody was
Filming it.
Everybody
Yeah.
was filming it. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Get your shit together, man.
Get
Get
your
your
shit
shit
together.
together.
Yo, habitual filmers.
And on that note, it's your man Jam C. And if you want to reach the kid Jam C, you can hit me up at goonvocal@gmail.com or goonvocal on Instagram, or jamc_goonvocal or jamc_goonvocal on TikTok as well.
Same Republican Lou on Instagram. Hit me up. And if you haven't subscribed to the show, please do.
Please do. So hit the subscribe,
Please.
stream,
We-
share, and
We
subscribe
try to do everything we can to bring good quality content, you know,
to your door
right.
and to your car
fingertips.
and wherever you get your podcast,
To
where
your
you get going
fingertips.
vocal. That's right. And in order to keep going vocal, you got to listen and keep it moving. Peace.
Peace.
We out.
Everybody tune into the Pod Squad now.